Good morning, South Florida.
And welcome to the Brooklyn Cafe Morning Show.
Grab your coffee as we brew up the talk of the day.
From the latest scoop around town
to feel-good stories and messages of hope.
A few jokes and live calling.
Highlighting local businesses.
Discussing hot trends and news stories.
A dash of feel-good nostalgia.
I love those morning cartoons.
Keeping up with upcoming events.
Sometimes trying a delicious foods.
Weekly horoscope updates.
An occasional flying duck.
Some sparkle dust.
Don't forget my bell.
And my wand.
With our brew crew laughing on set.
So grab your coffee, your bagel, donut, or any breakfast as we get you up and ready for the rest of your day.
And don't leave us hanging. Give us a follow. Comment live or call right into the show at 888-994-4995 Studio B.
Whether it's a tip of the day or just to say good morning, we'd love to hear from you.
From Amp Media Production Studio, it's
the Brooklyn Cafe Morning Show.
Dawn, where's the snooze button?
Freddie, it's time to get up. We got a show to do. Wake up, wake up, wake up. Hang tight, guys. Pressing the snooze one more time.
And it's time to do a show.
Morning time, snooze button.
Ding, 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 ding.
Oh,
morning,
sorry.
welcome.
Forgot your bell.
Forgot the bell. You want to tighten this up a little bit?
Yeah. Morning to you. Morning.
Josh, bring me a bell. You get a chance?
Happy Tuesday to you.
Happy Tuesday. I woke up with a lame foot.
What'd you do? It's like a lame duck.
No, I remember the shoes that exploded in studio?
Yes.
Well, those, unfortunately, I guess they didn't fit.
That was
well.
Friday.
Yeah, and they swelled up. My
Over
heels
the
swelled.
weekend?
I don't know.
Or today?
Yesterday, today.
Where'd you go walking yesterday? Anywhere?
Anywhere. I was here. So I'm a little bit.
Thank you, Josh.
I'm a little bit, as they say.
On IR?
Semi-IR.
IR for you. Happy Tuesday. Wow. Another week.
Sneaks. I like
You've
those.
got new
What
sneaks
are
on?
those? Those are cool.
Those are nice.
Yeah, these are old though. But yeah, I like these. I have them in my closet because I don't know. They don't really match with anything.
Black goes with everything, no?
Huh?
Doesn't black go with everything?
Yeah, but I like white shoes. I don't like black shoes.
You mean the rim?
No,
yeah,
those are
especially
white.
the brown. No,
I
the
love
brown
that.
at the bottom.
I think those are so classy.
Thank you.
Everyone's
I
wearing
gotta
white
tell you,
shoes these days.
There's something about keeping your shoes in the closet. I went to the shoemaker to try to fix those shoes. She says in Florida you can't do it. Apparently there's something in humidity.
It dries out the glue?
How'd you know that? I threw away 4 pair of shoes. And sneakers.
You should see all the instruments I have in one of my rooms. All the metal is corroding and rusting really bad.
It's
And
like
these
salt
are-
water.
In your house?
Yeah. And I have to put these damp rid bags up all the time.
And they're full of water.
Yeah.
You gotta get a dehumidifier. You got too much salt in your room.
Well, that room it's an add-on, so it doesn't have an internal AC unit, so it has to have.
So it's hot.
Yeah, it's powered by like an external source.
So it's not like ductwork and everything.
No, but it's just messing up all the instruments I have in
Wow.
there, especially the guitar strings. They'll last. Usually they last a month. Now they only last like a couple weeks.
Oh, that's
because
terrible.
the humidity's
Yeah.
gone up. You gotta move your instruments out of that room.
Wow, I used to use damp rid all the time, and the buckets would fill with water when
Yeah.
I was a kid.
Yeah.
Crazy. You want a tighter shot?
Yes, as you can on this one. And the funny thing is that the body works the same way. You know, your body, you ever wake up and you have aches and pains? That's the humidity.
Did you hear me get out of the chair the other day? That's good though. Did you hear me get out of the chair the other day and my knees popped, my
you
ankles
snapped.
popped, everything snapped, even you heard it. So watching.
Just ISO on them real quick. Well, I'll fix it after the commercial break.
And there you have it. So they're talking about spring cleaning today. And it got me thinking about spring cleaning. They said you should spring clean your technology.
Spring clean.
And spring clean your technology. So I've got 67,000 emails. So should I just hit delete?
Oh, I didn't know. You were talking about that?
Yes.
I thought you were talking about like the towers that we have.
Everything. They were saying you should spring clean, not just your clothes and your shoes and your instruments, like I guess you're doing. Technology as well. Clean out, go through your storage, clean out things you're not using, clean out
I just did that.
my 67,000 emails.
I
But
just did that.
if I hit delete,
Oh, you mean on your computer?
if I hit delete, because they show up on your phone also.
You have to go through them.
There's no way to go through 67,000 emails.
So take the last month, keep those, and everything else delete.
Is there a way just to like do that and sort it? Is there an app that'll sort my emails, or do I have to literally?
You pick all, and
Yeah.
then you go last, and you unpick the last month, and then you hit delete.
It's crazy, right? Because I always think there might be something in there that I need, and then there probably isn't something.
You're a hoarder.
At least my Gmail account, my Outlook for Business,
But why
I
don't
try
you
to go
delete?
through.
Delete.
Because it got out of control. At 32,000, 37,000, 38,000, it got out of
But you
control.
save them. You don't delete them.
Because then, what's the point of deleting 10 if I have 67,000?
Well, you
know
have
what
to
I
start
mean?
with one before you can delete 67,000.
It's too much. It gives me anxiety.
Anxiety.
Am I right, Abby?
I kind of agree.
All that
I-
technology makes me anxious.
The only thing that I go through and like clean is probably my like photos every now and then because I have so many that's just like random things. But my email I could never go through. It stresses me out.
It stresses you out, right? My photos too. So
There's
then,
so many like spam ones or like subscriptions.
You
that
know,
I
you can
forget.
clean out your spam
I
file.
know.
so they say you should go through your subscriptions also. You go into settings. I was watching this morning. Go into settings and go under subscriptions and see what you've got, and then you can just delete them.
Oh, that makes that a lot.
But I don't even see subscriptions on mine.
So you don't have any. It ain't the subscriptions, it's the junk mail you get.
I should have subscriptions, right? But I don't see anything.
Why
See,
do
that's
you
the other
think-
thing that stresses me out. When it shows you how to do something in technology and you open your phone and you don't have the same picture that they're showing you on how to do it.
Do you like wake up with this whole thing? Really? Does it really like matter today?
It makes
after
me
you
anx-
have 67,000
It makes
other
me
reasons you
anxious
could
that I
use it?
try, and then I was watching something, you'll go on Instagram and it says, ways to send your post viral. Do this, 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 and this, and all these buttons. So I go on our settings, and our buttons aren't there.
So
that they're showing
obviously
me.
it's a BS.
But my subscriptions button is supposed to be there, and it's not. So
You ever notice that you see something like on TikTok or something, and it says, and it's really good, and it says purchase for free, and then you hit it, and you have to buy it. It ain't nothing for free. Nothing. Even
Yeah.
getting on it, they get your information, have to delete all that crap.
I had to get tickets for a music festival that I'm going to go to in May. The ticket was $92, which is fine. But then they had a service charge of $16, and then they had the shipping charge of another $14. So they get you with some hidden
Did you
fees
do
on
it?
I still, yeah.
because you have to do it.
I was getting tickets because it was going to be Nikki and ours 1 year anniversary. We're going to
Ah.
a music festival.
Where is it?
It's in Daytona.
Nice.
Yeah, it's called Rockville.
You're gonna race your car up on the beach?
No, that'd be cool though.
You can.
I want to go. That's the only beach I've never been to, and I want to go to it so bad.
You gotta be careful they don't run you over.
Daytona?
Yeah, because I want to go skimboarding there, because I know that's like one of the best places, just because I guess the beach is so
Flat.
flat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have you been there, Abby?
I mean, St. Augustine's like an hour from Daytona,
Yeah.
so I used to go there quite a bit as a kid. But
Did you go to high school in
San Augustine?
St. Augustine?
Yeah, I went to Bartow Trail High School, which is like in the middle of the woods. But it was a really good school. It's like the top in our county.
And did you hang out on the bridge over there?
The bridge.
Yeah.
What bridge? Which one? There's like
The major bridge that leads you to the lighthouse.
the Lions Bridge.
Yes.
I mean, like when I'd go to St. Augustine, we would like hang out around there, but I didn't just hang out on the bridge.
Did you see the George C. Scott Bridge?
Yes.
That's horrible. Well, I don't know what it connects.
The boat. Well, it's the inlet for boats. It has a roadway for trucks and another one for boats, and they took out the bridge for the
Okay.
boats.
But there have to be people that drive on the bridge. So does
They're
it
still
connect?
driving on the other bridge.
I guess not.
It's horrible. They're missing 4 people
Oh wow.
in this barge, this boat. Just good morning, hit.
I saw it.
Everyone
At
came. I didn't
1:38
think
in
was
the morning.
coming, and then people
What
who I thought
happened
were
was
coming are
the
in here.
barge lost control. You see the lights turn off and turn, they were flickering, so they lost power. And then you see all this black smoke because they were trying to reverse the engines, but it was just drifting.
Well, think about that liability. I'm thinking about it.
And they hit the stench.
The only thing that's scary is the bridge is just collapsed so easily.
Did you
It's
see
not
that?
like-
Well, that's a big boat.
Yeah, but the whole thing, it was just like Tinker Toys. One goes out and everything just crumbles. It's not even like a section. The whole thing just
Can you imagine
crumbles.
you're driving, you're having a conversation, 1:30 in the morning, you just get off a shift or you're going on a shift, the next thing you're in the drink.
It's horrible.
7 people went over.
They're still missing 4,
Yeah.
which, I don't know, it doesn't sound...
They said that the current, you should have heard, did you see the news piece they put together, and they put all these bodies together and talking about each individual job. And the guy from Highway, it looks like he just rolled out of bed. He was unconscious. He couldn't even talk. I don't know what happened. I'm unconscious. I don't know. I don't even know my name.
But think about what do you do now? The whole bridge is gone.
Yeah.
Do you reconstruct the bridge?
course.
Who's liable? Who pays for it? Who's got
The shipping lanes.
responsibility?
That's a
huge.
50. There's insurance and there's all sorts of stuff that goes.
That's a huge. I'm going to say lawsuit. It's a huge accounting nightmare for me.
Well, the first thing they got to do is they got to take aerials and photos and everything else because they got to see the damage assessment for the insurance company, for the banks and the this. You know, those ships are billions of dollars of cargo and everything that's on it. All that has to be insured. You just don't plop a ship like that and
Still,
give it
and the
water.
cargo, I guess, is going to China. So I guess we're exporting our goods to China, which I thought sounded kind of bizarre also. Because why are
Well, I
we
didn't
sending
hear that.
anything to China?
I didn't hear that.
Weird.
I didn't hear that ship was bound for China.
Yeah. So why is it coming? What are we sending to China and
It
all
could be their
that cargo?
containers. It could be empty cargo.
Do you
don't
find
know.
that bizarre? I find a
No.
lot of things about this whole story strange. I'm just saying, not that
You
I'm
ever notice whenever you have a truck bring merchandise, they bring
Wasn't
merchandise
my-
and they don't go back empty. So it's called a two-way, a round trip, because the one trip is a whole lot more expensive than the two-way trip. So it could be that ship brought stuff from China and now it's taking grains and stuff back to China.
It's interesting. Anyone read the Iliad growing up in high school? The Iliad and the Odyssey
The Odyssey by Homer?
by Homer.
Oh, the short,
I read the
yeah.
Odyssey, but not the-
Yeah, I read it.
So now they've got all these group of archaeologists that are following the Iliad and all the wars and all the boats and everything that capsized, and they're finding them
Yeah.
from before Christ.
The technology now is
But
there.
all in the books, they're actually finding this as true information, and they're finding all of these shipwrecks and everything that is there for years and decades. And think about how long it's been there and the history that's down there.
Well,
Isn't that unbelievable?
The Sahara Desert was an ocean at one time. And so they're going to find ships in the desert because now it dried
I
up.
mean, you think about the history that's there, and I mean, before Jesus, before everything, and that it was documented in these books that have.
That surprises you?
Stood the
What do you
test
think,
of
that
time.
the books were all full of BS?
It's just amazing to me that people can find it. We have the technology, and the proof is there of history. That to me is incredible. Sometimes I think I went to school too young to learn and appreciate what actually.
Well, come
we
back in
learned.
100 years and then you'll see just how far they got.
I think we should go to school as adults, because I think we would appreciate it more now in the information. Maybe I could get through the Iliad. All I can picture is my teacher who stood up there and what she looked like. I don't remember, bless you, anything about the books that I read.
How was that?
I sneeze.
There you go. The Lord sneezed.
She sneezed
in
on the
desert.
truth.
Let me ask you a question. Did you go to high school in Italy?
No, not at all.
You went here.
Yeah.
Your friend is supposed to be here today.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I know.
But you have his car.
No, not that friend, her other friend, Tanya. She was so excited that you're here.
Yeah.
She's very good, by the way.
Yeah, I saw her yesterday. She told me.
Is she
about
coming
it.
today?
I think she said she is. I'm pretty sure.
I think she said she was
She's
too.
very good. I wanted to ask if going to school in Europe is different than here, because they may teach you events, history of over there as opposed to history over here.
They right? You would think they would.
Yeah.
They would, but I would have loved to have a conversation with somebody from there, just like you're talking about now, and they know a lot more than we were taught over here.
Yeah,
It'll
it's
be
very
interesting.
different. We start history basically in elementary school. Like the last year of elementary school, you already start history, and then in middle school you start all over again, and then in high school you again start all over again from prehistory.
From over there? Now, do you think that the stuff they teach here compared to the stuff they teach over there, is there like an imbalance?
Yeah.
There is. Because we sort of twist the truth to our side.
And everything has, like, our history lessons always have to come back to the U.S.
The US,
something
right?
that we did.
Yeah, I mean, like our involvement of it, like, you know,
Yeah.
we picked up somebody and put them on a boat, but it had nothing to do with the war that took
Exactly.
place. It's like really ridiculous. And I'm intrigued because I would like to learn history from its truth. And Europe has a richer, deeper history than the United States. It's only like 220 years old.
People that specialize in history, I mean, think what they specialize in. Archaeologists of Egypt, and they're just focusing on Egyptian archaeology and that history, or Italy and the ruins there. It's so huge. There's no way you could possibly learn all of it, but the information is so amazing, and the proof that's there. And in the Middle East, I mean, you talk about everything's there. You can't even refute the evidence because it's right there. The buildings and how they stood.
It was the
Think
first
about
cities,
right?
Yeah.
Archaeologists, is that even a job?
Yeah.
Think about it. You go. Let's say you graduate from archaeological school, whatever it is, right? And you know how to dig and how to find spots and all that. Who pays you? The government? Private donors?
There's both. There's private companies, like some of these boats that are going out are owned by private entrepreneurs that are looking for
Billionaires?
things, or there's governments that are looking.
So if a billionaire, so I'm a billionaire, right? And I'm gonna have this team go out and look for something in the Mojave Desert or whatever the hell that is, and they find something. They say they find whatever. Do I own that? Is it mine?
It's interesting, right? If you're sending out the money, or does it belong to the government when you get it because some of it's government property, right? It's history. Do
Well,
you
you
put it in a
can't dig a
museum?
government property without the government being a partner. But I'm talking about a common place. Like if you go to, I don't know, somewhere common.
Well, like look in Israel, they're saying Jerusalem, they're digging and they're going underground. They found the tunnels of David and all the other things they have
Yeah,
found.
but that belongs to the government.
That belongs to the government.
But if you go in the ocean,
I
the
think-
ocean nobody owns.
Exactly what I'm
That's why a
thinking.
lot of people have gone down deep now because everything they find they get to keep, like the gold coins. Here in Florida, off of St. Augustine, they found a boat by the Lions Bridge. They stopped everything in the city when I went up there.
Yeah.
And they're trying to dig this boat up. It's worth billions of gold coins from Spain. Who owns that?
I think. What do you think, Abby?
I mean, St. Augustine has so much history. Like, it's really a cool place. It's one of the oldest. I mean, it is the oldest.
It is
city
the oldest city.
in the U.S.
Yes.
It is, and it was occupied by Spain, the French, America, back to Spain, back to America. Like, it has a crazy history. So it doesn't surprise me at all that there's still things that they haven't found. You know.
And you know, they talk in the history books, and this is what I was referring to, that Plymouth Rock was the first place. No!
Yeah. No.
They have years before
Oh, yeah.
Plymouth Rock that they landed in St. Augustine.
It's just because it wasn't from England.
That's right. See? So they twist the truth. The Spaniards were the first ones to land in St. Augustine.
And I mean, like, let's not forget about the Native Americans.
Huh?
Exactly.
Well, even if you go further back, but how do you credit the Vikings? How do we credit them? We don't, Norway? We don't know who they are. They're a bunch of gypsies.
And how people traveled before land masses change. To me now it's so interesting. Then you just want to, the thing is you're always studying for a test. So you're not really learning. All you're learning is what's going to be on the test. So you memorize it. And you learn all your acronyms and all the things you need to do to memorize for your test. And then what? And then you didn't really learn it. It really wasn't of interest
You
to
learn
you.
it and you don't use it.
And then you don't use it. And then when you're thinking, wow, I would like to know it now it's like, I got to look it up again.
Well, they say
Right?
that
I
learning
agree.
learning subject matter increases your brain to learn other things.
You got to keep learning, right? So your brain continues to grow. And they say when you wake up in the morning, you should do your tasks with the backwards hand. So if you're right-handed, you should brush your teeth with your left hand.
To strengthen your right side of your quadrant.
To just change it up, to change the nerves, because your body is so used to doing things with the primary hand, you don't really think about it. So I don't know if everyone tries that, but they're saying it's a great way to wake up in the morning. It gives you more energy. It wakens up your brain, and all these neurons and everything gets rocking and rolling.
Well, I'll give you an example. I was just given a belt for my birthday, right? So I put the belt on. It has no holes. There's no holes in this
But it
belt.
slides.
So I thought that maybe it has a clip, like a military clip. No. It has a regular buckle with a little thingamajig.
So it can only fit one place.
So I look it up. What?
Yeah.
Where? So I look it up online, and they talk about the new way of Louis Vuitton's belt.
Oh, you have a new
It's the
Louis,
new-
you have a Louis
Oh,
Vuitton
it's a
belt?
Louis Vuitton. I didn't know that either. I said, this is fantastic.
What are you
How do
doing
you
with
use
What
it?
are you doing with the Louis Vuitton belt?
I wear
You,
it.
Mr.
What's wrong with that?
Mr. Designer, that's your nod.
Well, right.
you have it on now?
No. I have it because I'm keeping it for
For
a
what?
special day. My Louis Vuitton day. But anyway, it has, but hold on, it has no holes. I almost called you and said, okay, do you have a Louis Vuitton belt that has no holes? How does this stupid thing work?
Call Baxter, not me.
True.
Well, he kept calling me.
How does it work?
Okay, so I go on there and I'm looking, I go online, I call Costco. Well, we don't know how to make it work either because that's where apparently they got it from. They have Louis Vuitton sales. So far, I'm calling everybody. I almost called you, but I said, nah, because you're going to make fun of me. So I
I'm
go,
doing now, yeah.
and I'm playing with the belt, and I'm wondering, saying, okay, how smart do you have to be? And I slip the nodule to the belt. It's a fisherman's nodule.
Oh, it slides in?
No, it goes right through the mesh. It's a knotted, and it goes like that. It goes right through it. So I put it on, and I did it. I went, this is an unbelievable belt. And it just reminds me of learning a new thing.
Learning new skills.
You never heard that before, right? I'm going to bring it in so you can see how it just goes in. And it goes all along.
So you don't need the
It's
holes.
the perfect belt. You don't need the holes. If you have on the tip or at the bottom, you can use this belt wherever.
Very
It's
nice.
an amazing belt. That's why it's so expensive.
Was it expensive?
$17.
I was going to say, I
But
don't,
it's
know
a
if
Louis
Costco has,
Vuitton.
I don't know if Costco has anything expensive, so that kind of gave it away.
But I'm going to tell you something. And it comes in dual colors. And you can lift the thing and turn it and have black
Was it
or
brown and black?
Yeah.
Very nice.
It is the best thing. That's why I'm admiring Josh's shoes. I'm into this fashion. I like her shoes too. You know, I can't wear red shoes because they'll call me names.
Isn't there a basketball coach that is known for his shoes, for his sneakers?
LeBron?
I think he's like a Maryland college basketball coach, I think, and he was wearing his sneakers. Anyway, I heard the girls' basketball teams yesterday did amazing.
Yeah. It's going to come down.
She
What are
broke
the
what,
two
the NBA
teams?
record?
Iowa and Stanford?
Huh?
The two girls that are really, really good?
South Carolina's right now the best.
And Iowa.
Yeah.
She has the
They're
shooting
both,
champion,
they're
right?
both the number one seed.
So they're both going to end up in the final.
Didn't she
It's
break
gonna
the
be
record
some
last
game.
night?
Semifinals.
Semi. Huh?
She broke the record last night?
No, I think she scored 40 last night.
She broke the record about a month ago.
Yeah.
During midseason.
But this is going to be, and is the UConn men still number one up? I'm pulling for them to win the whole thing. I'm going to tell you this March Madness. It's funny because I went to my club on Saturday, and they all sit there, and they watch Madness, and they eat. I said, don't watch. Or drink water.
What's
while
the
you're
best
eating.
snack idea you got on Saturday? Did they give any snack ideas?
Yeah, they have a whole recipe of no pointers.
Like
Stuff. I don't look at
like
that.
popcorn. I know
Yeah,
Doritos isn't one of
You can
them.
do popcorn.
Is that a 0 pointer?
No, it's about 3 points, but you have a whole bag. You don't have to have everything 0 point. It's not directed towards a zero.
It's directed towards adding up your points, right? So it's like
Quantity. If you have this much popcorn, it's better than having this much. 50 pounds of grapes is still 50 pounds.
so you should just have that palm size. So does that work for you?
No, it doesn't.
I can't imagine.
It doesn't. But you know, it's
You
about cutting back. That's all. You just have to do it nice and easy. It's not a marathon. It's a race, and you want to enjoy your life. You know, when I went to St. Augustine, and this guy hooked me up at the restaurant because I went on Thanksgiving. I didn't have a reservation, and they brought me a steak that was the size of this table. I'm supposed to tell them take it back, or you want me to cut it in half and take the rest home in a hotel? Ain't happening.
So you ate the whole thing?
I had to.
Where did you go?
It's un-American.
Where'd you go?
I went to right next to Lionsgate. There's a restaurant called I don't remember the name, but I always go there, and they always hook me up. Ralphie hooked me up. He's a Cuban from Miami.
That's perfect for you.
He says, "Freddy," I says, "I got no table, Ralphie." He says, "Come with me."
Perfect. Veronica, what you been up to?
For this weekend, Sage and I have been working on a documentary for school, and it's not going as planned though, because we like couldn't meet with the people who are doing that documentary. Like one of the two persons we're working with, we couldn't meet with her.
The actors?
Well, they're not really actors because the documentary is about them. So
Oh, that could be a problem.
yeah, but we should be able to meet with them. Finish meeting
What's
with
it
them.
about?
It's about them because they're
Who's
graduating.
them, though?
They're graduating and from Watson, which is an institute at Lynn, and they both have like a project. So they're gonna talk about themselves and that project. And before they graduate, before they walk, there's gonna be a documentary about every single student because they're like only 12 students from Watson.
What is Watson? What does it do?
It's basically a business institute, but for the social impact.
Are you in Watson?
No, not.
Is he in Watson?
No.
Nobody-
So we were invited to Watson's.
You're scaring me.
We were invited, and I didn't know what it was. So they're having, I guess, this competition that you're talking about.
When did they invite
It's
us?
not a competition, it's a graduation that they have.
Maybe it's their graduation. We were invited to go.
When?
When were we invited? It was the day you weren't here.
You didn't
So-
take it?
I didn't know what it was. I guess it's in my 67,000.
Did you
emails.
answer them?
No.
Why?
Because I don't know what it is. So we were invited to go see
You want to go to Watson?
the different, I guess, entries or the different things that have been.
Maybe we were
entered
going to
into.
judge or something. What's the
So we
matter
can
with
either
you?
go in person or we can go watch it
You want
online.
to come with us?
I don't know what it is.
Me neither.
I'm gonna find the invite and
No,
see
you're
what
not.
it is.
You're not gonna find
I am because I know what email that's in. So that's
We
why
were
I keep
invited
my
to go to
business email
Watson.
separately.
So they want something with us. Maybe they put it on the air or something. So we should go. That'd be kind of fun.
Right? Kind of cool. We get invited to very cool things at Lynn University.
Except they'd send you the email and it doesn't work out. Do you have the card to the lady that was standing next to us?
The Career Center?
I think it's in my wallet. I'm going to call it today.
Okay. I don't know if I got it. We had
I
a lot
wanna
of
bring
people
it
to
up.
call today.
Yeah, I'm gonna bring
Things
it.
to do, places to go. I don't know if we ever have, if Chelsea sent anything over, but I haven't seen anything.
I checked, she didn't.
All right.
Now, did you see that maybe we're going to be going to Fort Lauderdale and doing some business with a new art gallery? I guess it's an art gallery for lack of a better. I like to call it a media gallery, not an art gallery, because
Yeah.
there's media, there's art, there's all sorts of stuff going on. And we're going to go down there and visit on Friday.
I think so.
Are we going? Could be
See
interesting.
if we open up a satellite. I think the rooms are not even this size.
No, well, it could be 10 by 15. It could be this thing.
So we're going to take a look at that. All right, let's take a commercial break. When we come back, talk to me Tuesday. Let us know what hot topics you've got going on. More to come. Give us a call, 888-994-4995, Studio B, and we'll be right back.
Love the Brooklyn Cafe? Don't miss out on some of the latest merch we have available. Need a new shirt? The Brooklyn Cafe has you covered. We have a variety of shirts in all sizes, ranging from the classic cafe shirt to the highly coveted colorful hot dog shirt. Need something for cold weather? Why not grab one of our cafe hoodies? Or you can snuggle up with one of our soft silk touch fabric blankets. The Brooklyn Cafe has everything you need, from clothing about the show to our signature coffee blends and mugs. Get it while supplies last.
Give me the mozzarella. Give me the mozzarella. Give me the mozzarella. Give me the mozzarella.
Pizza Rica, tasty Richard Pizza at 2001 Northwest Boca Raton Boulevard or contact 561-826-8663.
Give me the mozzarella. Give me the mozzarella. Give me the mozzarella. Give me the mozzarella.
Addiction is more than just a word. It's the endless cycle of trying to stay clean, using again, and feeling trapped, like there's no way out. At Stillwater Wellness Group, we understand the hardship of addiction and are dedicated to helping you find your way back. Call now to speak with an addiction specialist and learn how we can help you rebuild, rediscover, and renew your life. Find your true self at Stillwater Wellness Group. Call now.
Attention timeshare owners. This is an urgent consumer alert from the Timeshare Exit Hotline, a national company specializing in helping consumers legally get out of their expensive timeshare contracts. We're offering you a way to legally get rid of your timeshare. So if you're fed up with the maintenance fees that keep on coming and want to learn if you can terminate your timeshare legally and permanently, call today. Call the number on your screen today. It's a free call. Hey there, travelers. You going somewhere? Need a hotel? Then call Hotel Wiz anytime, day or night, for rates too low to publish. You can save up to 75% on over 500,000 hotels across the globe and get our best price guarantee with no booking or cancellation fees ever. We've got some of the lowest hotel prices you'll find in New York, Chicago, Las Vegas, San Francisco, Washington, D.C., and a lot more. Don't waste your time surfing for deals. Make a free call right now and find deals too low to publish. Save up to 75% right now with no cancellation fees. And to make it even easier on you, we're here 24/7 to help. So call right now. Bookmark us in your cell phone. Whatever you need to do, just pick up the phone and call this number for hotel deals that'll knock your socks off.
Call 866-484-5868. That's 866-484-5868. Again, call 866-484-5868. Call now.
You've been watching the Brooklyn Cafe Show. Join us each day and after hours as we talk about the hot topics to open the conversations and share a few laughs. Now, back to Dawn and Freddie S.
You know what Sunday is?
It's the day after
Easter.
Saturday. Also.
Anyone doing any extra good Easter plans you guys got going on?
Going to Universal with my parents.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
For Easter?
Well, it's technically for like my birthday with them because they didn't get to.
It's going to be packed on Sunday.
I don't think so. I think
know?
a lot of people are going to church, so.
Yeah, right. That's true. That's true.
So I don't think it will be.
And I was gonna do that, but then I heard the damn thing burned down, so I said, nah. Then I found out it was a lie.
Oh, that was totally a lie. All right,
That
here's
was
a
a good
question.
lie.
What's the most Florida thing that's ever happened to you?
Getting stuck in the Everglades.
Did you?
Yeah.
On an airboat?
No, on like a canoe.
You got stuck in a canoe?
Whoa, you went on a canoe to the...
Yeah.
Are you insane?
Exactly. That was the most Florida thing.
Why would you do that?
It was pure pressure.
Peer pressure.
I'm trying to take Nikki to the Everglades and do that same exact thing, but
Canoe?
yeah, canoe
Don't do
on the
it.
water. Yeah.
Are you insane?
And go
See,
fishing too, but
the
she
canoe-
keeps saying no.
The canoe I was on had
Wonder
a
why.
motor. The canoe I had a motor on it, and we got out there. It was
That's a
like-
speedboat.
Was it?
Yeah, it was working, and
No,
then
I-
it didn't. It stopped working. It
You think
stopped
I do?
working. Yeah. So then, and he didn't have a paddle, and I was like, oh, I'm gonna kill you.
Wait a minute,
Is
wait a
it
minute.
like
wait a
the
minute.
joke? You got stuck in a canoe up a creek without a paddle?
Without a
Right?
paddle.
Isn't that ridiculous?
Wait a
That's
minute,
like
wait.
a joke.
So, wait,
I was
wait.
like so
You went on a
angry.
canoe with one guy,
He
so
didn't
the
have a
person
paddle?
that dared you was him?
Well, it was like for a project thing. I needed to take pictures for a project, and he was like, okay, like let's do this. And this was camp. Originally, we were gonna go on like his boat on the intercoastal, like his actual boat, not this weird little canoe thing. And I was like, okay. And then he was like, no, like let's go take. I don't even know what he calls it. It's like not. He doesn't call it a canoe. It's something else, but it is a canoe. And there was no paddle, but he was like, and I was like, oh my god.
How
just
old were
talking
you?
about it makes me angry. This was literally like 2 weeks ago.
What?
What?
I have it on video.
So who's the guy?
It was Cam, my boyfriend.
Oh, you went with your boyfriend. He didn't have a paddle?
Yeah, I was so mad at him. And in the video, like I literally have a video, and you can just.
Why
see
didn't you
at-
take an airboat?
At first, I was like, "Oh, this is like kind of funny," and then you could quickly hear me like getting angry.
Well, why didn't you take an airboat?
How'd you
He
get out?
doesn't have an airboat.
What'd you do? How'd you get home?
He was like pulling on, so we like got pushed into the like side where all the like
The weeds were?
the weeds are, and I'm like, oh, I'm gonna get eaten by an alligator. I'm gonna get bit by a water moccasin or something poisonous. And then all of a sudden I start hearing a hog going, and I'm like, oh, this is my worst nightmare. This is the worst thing that's ever
hog.
happened to me.
A
And
wild
he-
hog?
It's the only thing I would do not want to mess with.
Right, I was literally telling him, I was like, hogs are aggressive. And he was like, I'll mess up a hog. I'm like, no,
No, you won't.
It's like Grace's question, what do you do if you come across a bear? What do you do if you come across a hog?
And they're
Seriously.
wild hogs. They are
I
dangerous.
know, I was like, if I see a hog, I'm running, I'm swimming. I'm literally jumping in the water and I'm swimming.
So you're gonna swim in alligator-infested waters with moccasin snakes and running away from a dangerous hog. This is some project you're on.
Oh, it was actually the worst thing.
And what happened? How'd
ever
you get out?
happened to me. So apparently the gas in the it was like clogged. So he was like for like 20 minutes trying to fix it. He finally fixed it, and I was like, "Get me back now!"
There was gas in the canoe?
No, the
there's
engine had.
a motor.
There's a motor on
Yeah,
the canoe.
it choked.
It's like some weird canoe. I don't know.
That's one of the reasons you don't take
A
a
canoe?
And I was
motorboat.
like, why don't you have a paddle?
Wow.
Where is a paddle?
Yeah, technically every boat should have spare paddles in the.
Right. He was like, "Oh, it was."
Where the hell have you been? No.
It was
So let me. Can I ask a real stupid question?
Oh yeah.
Why couldn't you just get like Captain Jack or I mean it's like 6 guys I know down there. They have these big airboats.
I was like, why can't we just call like a park ranger? He's like, there is no park ranger.
There is
I'm
no
like-
park
I'm like-
ranger.
I'm like, okay, but I'm like, I saw people coming by. I'm like, this is. He was like, oh, we're fine. I'm like, no, we're not fine.
So what would have happened if they didn't get the motor started? And why didn't you
They'll
go
still
on
be
the
there.
canoe with a
This
paddle?
was
And there's so many
literally-
questions.
This was literally where we were stuck.
Oh my God.
It was terrible.
So I still don't know why you didn't take an airboat. They have them all up and down the coast.
Right.
You make a
I've
reservation.
been on an airboat in Homestead.
Yeah.
And it was so fun, but yeah, it was pretty miserable, and I was so angry.
And you tell Captain Jack, listen, I'm a student. I'm going to be doing a project. I need you to stop at certain things along the way,
Yeah,
and they do it.
I got like really good pictures and everything.
Oh my
Oh
God.
gosh, I would have freaked
Oh
out.
my God.
Wow, look at
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
What is that?
An
We
alligator.
went canoeing. Me and
Oh,
my buddy
yeah.
went camping, and there were these like across the street, across the street, across the water.
Oh my God.
You went camping in alligator-infested waters?
I used to
Have
go
you lost
camping.
your
I
mind?
trusted him, and we were safe the whole time.
Trust him. Was he
It was
drunk?
kind of cool too because he's a real camper, so he was making food like straight from scratch, fire straight from scratch, and everything.
On the boat?
Yeah, on the boat,
the
dummy.
land.
On the land. But let me ask you a question. Where was this? In the Glades?
Yes.
In the
Twice.
Glades?
Huh?
In the Glades you went?
Yeah, because it's off Southern, and we just went straight west.
You
Kind of where
see?
Belle Glade is.
Are you insane?
Yeah, it was pretty scary out there.
He was
But
further
I,
west than I was
grew up-
Sunday.
I grew up going to my family's like lake property that had gators and snakes, and I would swim in there. So that was also pretty wild to do at a young age. My mom shot
You guys-
a water
Oh
moccasin
my
in the
God.
head.
Your mom?
Yeah,
shot.
my mom did.
She's a good shot.
Oh yeah.
That's a pretty, yeah.
Oh, I
She's a
know.
great shot.
It was like just peeking out of the
You can
water.
sit on that side. You want to be on
Nailed it.
camera.
That's a good way to do it though too.
Yeah, back what?
Actually, sit on that
All
side.
right,
so it's
Bax, what's
balanced.
the most Florida thing you've ever done?
He's not for it.
Yeah.
What's the most Florida thing that's ever happened to you, I should say?
One of the most Florida thing I've ever done is when I went on the hike with Penny that one time in the middle of the night in the woods.
That's not really Florida. That
Yeah,
was at
it
the
is.
that was at the
alligators and all.
that's in
it's
the
the
middle of
alligators.
Boca in the library.
That's just very degenerate.
Degenerate.
That's like a Boca library.
How is that
but-
degenerate?
That's
Because
just
you were
exactly what it
trespassing.
is.
I was not trespassing.
Well, that's private
How about
property.
you, Veronica? What's the
No,
most
it's
Florida
not.
thing that happened to you?
It's not private, public property.
Or like getting like yelled at by a homeless person at the gas station. That's pretty Florida.
That's pretty Florida. How about you?
Me, the Everglades. I was gonna say that. I went
Yes.
with Captain Jack, and then Captain Jack is a real cool dude, and he says, "Freddie, do you want to bring entertainment on the thing?" My sister, I took my sister
Whoa,
and Diane. Entertainment meant drinking. If you want to
Okay.
bring drinks and stuff,
Right.
because he cannot do it, but you can. And you go drinking a beer.
On the airboat?
Yeah, it's a lot of fun.
Sounds like a nightmare.
It is.
It's a lot of
It is
fun.
pretty fun.
And then in January through February, March, when the waters get that temperature is when they come up. Because if you go before that, the alligators stay underneath the water. So he says, you come back in February and I'll show you some gators.
Me and my buddies would sneak onto this one golf course to go fishing. It was beautiful fishing every time we went, and we would stay until it gets very dark at night because we have to wait till the course closes. and I wanted to do one last cast, and I went out to like just the edge of the water, and I cast it. I reel it back in, and I took one more step further, and this big splash just runs back into the water. It was probably a 6-7 foot gator, like at my toes. I didn't even know about.
Oh yeah.
I got so scared. I started running down.
This guy is like Godzilla the Hunter here.
Oh my God.
If I knew you like to fish,
His name's Steve Irwin.
I would have
Like
invited you guys
I love fishing.
to. I didn't know in Beaucaire they feed the pond. We have this
Again,
the biggest lake.
That's like bougie fishing.
No,
Fishing is fishing.
Fishing is fishing. You have to catch it. Just because they feed it doesn't mean, because the pelicans come and they feed off of the lake. We're the largest man-made lake in Florida or some BS. I don't know. So Freddie went with Sarah and they caught a sunfish. You know what a sunfish is? It's round, looks like a dinosaur.
Is that
It's
the thing with
huge.
the big?
It has all sorts of things coming out of it.
Yes.
So Freddie has a picture of holding a sunfish, and then you got to throw it back in, because you don't. It's a catch and
You can't
release.
cook it?
No, it's a catch and release. But Gio's wife's brother is an expert fisherman. I didn't know that. And he has this technique he does. He caught like 15 of them.
Wow.
But I didn't know that you love to fish. Beaucaire is the best
Freshwater
fisher.
fishing, I love it.
Fresh water. And they're this big, man.
You're like an outdoorsy kind of guy. How'd you end up doing graphic design and computer animation? You're so outdoorsy. He's like a Renaissance kind of guy.
He's going to be a caveman in the trees with the charcoal on the
Good
cave
morning.
walls.
Tanya's here.
Good morning, Tanya. Tanya,
Who's
come
here?
on, come around this side so we can have some balance.
They bring jackets now because I froze them out of the studio.
And you should be on that
yesterday.
side.
You should be jacking.
For what?
I can bring Jack in?
No,
Why not?
absolutely not. Take it to his house.
I love
No, he's going to take it to your
I
house.
love Jack. I don't
It's
care
a pit bull.
if he kills me. I don't care.
Take it to his house.
I
Let
love
him
dogs.
eat him, and then we'll take his apartment. Who needs an apartment? Who needs an
I
apartment?
don't until my parents come knocking on the door to check on me because they haven't seen
What's
me
the
in a
most
few months.
Florida
And I
thing?
say, ask
I'm
Jack.
going to ask Tanya. What's the most Florida thing that's happened to you?
In the year you've been here almost.
In the year you.
The DMV.
Oh, the DMV.
Yeah.
The DMV.
Yeah, the DMV. The DMV.
Hell on earth.
Yeah, but the DMV is hell on earth all over the United States. Oh my God,
What
yes.
was it like for you?
What?
What was it like?
Okay, I went to get my my license. It was fine. Like everybody was pleasant, surprisingly, but the people standing outside were not. Like it was
The homeless.
hot. It was unpleasant, and people were just cursing at me.
I gotta tell you, when you go to New York, every 3-car Monty guy is in the DMV. So the guy says, yo, you need a watch? Yo, you need a sandwich? I mean, it's like all over the DMV. All they do is like, I've never seen anything like it. So the one down here, to me, was sane.
You know what?
We went one time to DMV and we were having fun with all of the workers. Remember that we went to renew something?
We were renewing some sort of license.
And we were saying, and they didn't renew mine, they renew yours or something. I said, what do you mean? She's an illegal alien.
That
They
was the
won't give
business license. That's when they found 4 years of a business I had that I did.
The
Wasn't.
DMV does it to us again. So the DMV is that way everywhere in the United
That's
States.
just for the driver's license. Did you get your new tag?
Yeah, got everything new. Oh, thank you for reminding me. I left my tag in the apartment.
You know what we should do?
No, I don't want to talk to you no more because you bringing in dogs and birds and parakeets. Let's bring them to your house.
No.
Why don't we celebrate Josh's last day at a party at your house? How you acting now?
Friday party at Baxton's?
Friday party at Baxton's.
Just as long as you bring Jack.
No, do not bring Jack.
I'll release him at the end.
Release the hounds.
Trust me, everybody would leave the house very quickly.
Don't you wonder what Veronica thinks about? Because I just watch her eyes and she looks at you.
Me?
And then
She's sitting
look, and She
between.
doesn't say anything.
She's sitting between caveman and cave wood over here.
Bougie
I think
Baxton.
we should do the Brooklyn Cafe goes camping.
I think we should do it at your house.
I want to go camping.
Don't you have a backyard?
Baxton, have you ever tried a Louis Vuitton belt?
That Louis Vuitton. Who do you think I am?
Well, Freddie has one. He
I
couldn't
have
figure
one.
out how to
I
work
don't
it.
want a Louis Vuitton belt.
First of all, they're only $17, so take it easy.
$1,700.
$17.
Maybe.
I can't
Not,
imagine.
not the Louis and the
He
Vuitton
has
I
a
know.
Louis Vuitton. You
Louis
might have a Louis
Vuitton.
Vuitton, but Freddie's This has a B instead of a V.
Baton.
Baton.
It has a B.
That's why it's not a real Louis Vuitton.
I never said it was. You did. I said Louis Vuitton. Did I say Vuitton or baton?
You said baton.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
you were saying.
I want to know. I want to see everybody go camping. The Broken
No.
Cafe Show goes camping.
Okay,
I
so
know.
Josh, right?
so
Yeah.
Abby,
Uh-huh.
I want you to call your boyfriend and take this major mongrel out on this canoe, and then I want him to take him out and let him do exactly what
Well,
he
so
did.
far the
to you.
boyfriend didn't change your tire and didn't have a paddle
This
for
guy's a
the
winner.
canoe.
This guy's a keeper, baby.
And your mom's now questioning your, better yet, your dad's not going,
Right.
Abby,
Right.
you're with who, for what?
My mom would be the one to question it even more.
First of all, I wouldn't mess with your mom. If your mom can shoot a snake from 400
Okay,
yards,
I don't wanna mess
that's a
with my mom.
sniper, man.
My mom is an interesting woman.
And grandma's house burned down. I wouldn't mess with mom at all.
No, yeah.
They burned it down on purpose.
I know.
That
What?
was mostly my.
Did they rush her out? Did
In
they get her
Atlanta.
out?
Oh
They,
yeah, she's
They burned
she's
down
in
a
a
house?
trailer right now.
they burned it down.
Grandma's in a trailer
She lives in a trailer right now on
Remind me not to piss
my
off your mother.
uncle's property
in Atlanta,
in Georgia. They live in the middle of nowhere.
near you, Bax.
Definitely not near where back.
Where you're at?
No.
Where you're
Know
at,
where
Mr.
Bax is
Baton?
from?
They live in.
You know, you're
Old
funny.
Thorpe.
Louis
What?
Vuitton,
Really
Vuitton.
old
It has a
Thorpe.
V. I didn't say it had a V.
You're
Which is near
hilarious.
Macon.
It's true.
Is it Oglethorpe University?
No, it's near Macon.
Oh.
It's like.
Because there is an Oglethorpe
Yeah, but
University.
it's not near the old.
No, it's near it's near Ogleville,
It's near.
up in the
Perry,
boonies.
Georgia, Macon.
You know,
He's never been there.
what the hell is wrong with you?
It just tipped over for a second.
Well, stay still.
I think he's
can't
got
sit
it.
still. I got like
I'm gonna ask him the question. I'm gonna ask him the question.
No, the answer is no, Fred.
Okay, now I
What's
don't
the
have to ask the
question?
question.
What's the
I
question?
don't have to
No,
ask. He
you're gonna
knows.
ask the question, am I on my Met today?
Did you take?
No.
You
I-
can't
I-
ask him that question. I thought you were going to ask him a question about the girl.
What girl?
You know what, girl?
Oh, they were hanging out last night.
Oh,
You hung out with her last night?
no. He says no. He told me. He promised me he wasn't.
Took a nap last
Do you-
night and did schoolwork.
Oh, they said
You invited him to drive with you Friday on the shoot, right? And he came with me. Now you don't find that a little strange? Remember when we went to the Sunscape?
Thursday?
You said, Braxton, come with me.
Okay.
And he said, no, I'm going to drive with Freddie. You didn't find that strange?
No.
Well, I found it very strange.
Why?
So I'm sitting there. I'm saying to myself, why is he
That's why
driving
you're
with
driving.
me and not...
Because he
Josh.
thought you would bring him back here.
Oh,
You thought Josh
no.
wasn't gonna come back
I'm
here.
going to tell you why. I'm going to tell you that's why.
La, 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 la.
I'll tell you off the air.
Me.
So I gave him some advice.
Oh my god.
Yo.
I gave him some advice. He didn't like it. But he wanted to hear it. He wanted to
You
hear
have to
it.
do a morning show for sure.
Baxton, you can't leave to California. Your comedy is hilarious. I'm going to sell you to CBS.
As long as he can look at himself in the camera, he's good.
He moves the furniture to the camera.
Is he eating like a cherry pie or something like that?
The only thing this guy is eating is a bucket of pits.
Hey, you watch yourself now.
But I told him,
My parents watch the show.
your
My
son,
grandparents watch the show.
your son
My
is an
parents-
amazing human being. He really
We
is.
love Baxter.
He really is. And I am only looking out.
Your libido. Like,
I didn't touch his libido.
I had to read.
Libido who?
I had
why
to
he has-
read like a theoretical paper for class, and it talked about the libido in there for
Oh,
whatever reason.
It's an important subject matter.
It was about Sigmund Freud and libido, so it's kind of
That's why a lot of women call Freud a
Makes
pig.
sense.
It's true.
Enjoy it in your 20s.
It's funny because your libido has a
I
lot
look
to
at
do
you and I
with
think
your
of
brain.
me and I'm like, on our side of age, phew,
I don't talk for yourself. 'Cause
what's that thing?
I don't. What are you talking about?
Freddie, don't be rude.
Robert De Niro. Right
What's
there.
libido? It's the DMV.
Libido is, how would you guys describe libido?
How would you describe libido? Wait, hold on. No, not you.
Or describe libido to your
Let's
friends.
get the sensible one involved. How would you
am
describe
sensible.
libido?
Is there like any sensible way to describe it?
It's the insensible, illogical.
Your sex drive.
It's your Woody.
Hey!
In the Bronx, they call it your Woody.
You're Woody!
No, girls don't have that. And
Yes,
have
they do.
libido.
Of course they do.
This is getting bad.
Of course they
No.
do. Women have
You're
it.
crazy. I bet you were having a perfectly normal morning.
Until Baxter walks in.
Until I walk in. The
You walk in.
Then it's Mr. Libido this and Libido that, and did you take your meds?
First of all, don't blow it out of context. Josh was referring to something he had to read, and they talked about the libido, which if Sigmund Freud says if your libido's down, your brain doesn't work. This is true. You can
For
look
men,
it
I
up.
believe that.
And I need to raise my
No,
libido.
for women, is if your
No,
libido's
no,
up,
for
your
me.
brain doesn't work.
No. They said it in Seinfeld.
Oh, so I guess it's true.
If a man goes like a week or a month without sex, they'll have a better intellect because they don't have their mind focused on sex. While a woman, on the other hand, they need it, but they don't really think they do. So if they go a month without sex, then they go loopy loop.
Women work harder. Women work harder at thinking that they don't need it. They spend more time doing that, and that makes them nuts.
Okay, I gotta ask you guys. So you're all professional men and women. If a woman comes up to a woman during a conversation and they continue to touch you, like touch you and touch you and touch you, versus
Where's
a
the
woman-
hand going? Wait a minute.
It stays on your
It's
arm.
stuck-
It stays in your upper body.
Where's the touching going?
Or if a woman touches a man
Okay.
the same way, does it have a different connotation?
If a woman touchy-feelies you when she's talking to you. So let's say a
Like
guy
if
comes.
Veronica's talking to you and she's just touching you, Josh, that's such a great idea. Oh my gosh,
Well,
I love
I
that
think the
idea.
hand on the
Can we
shoulder is
do
okay.
that? It's okay.
The hand on the shoulder or the arm is okay. Like just like
First of
Angelina
all,
and Josh.
you're.
Never do it.
And how many times in a conversation is it okay for a woman to touch you?
But I have to just point something out.
Okay.
This here and this here, it depends where they touch you.
It's always above the waist.
Yeah, but is it on the back or on the side? Because it's not going to be on the front. Ain't nobody going to say, "Oh,
But
let
do
me
you
let me
ever
talk to
remember
you."
growing up
That ain't
and your
gonna
mother saying and seeing people
ain't gonna
touch each
happen.
other for conversations?
It's like Baxton likes to put his finger on your belly button. Oh, how are you? How you doing? That ain't going to happen.
But women, I think, are more touchy-feely than
Yes,
men.
women know it
So
all
if
the
the
time.
same woman who's having the conversation touches me versus touches Josh, would it make you feel uncomfortable?
Yeah.
I mean, if it makes you uncomfortable,
Josh,
then-
come
What
here.
if she's got a great personality?
What if she has a bubblicious? That's what she means.
No, I don't want to be touched.
So let me ask you. So now that you brought that up, let me ask you. Do you think it is a woman flirting to get more attention, but say, that is such a great idea? And you see the hand?
Yeah.
The hand goes, and you're like, and then quickly, you know what a guy thinks.
See-
What does a guy think if a woman's touching all
And
over?
I also think it's about eye contact.
Not you. I don't want
See,
to
if
talk
a guy
about you.
touches me constantly through a conversation, I'm like, get away. Now, if a woman touches me during a conversation, I don't think she means anything by it other than
it can be like
she's
a-
trying
I
to tell
sit,
a
get some
story.
popcorn, and I watch the movie.
Pig.
I think it depends on like your relationship to the other person as well.
What if you
Yeah.
just met them?
Okay, if I just met them, I wouldn't be touching them.
What
I
if they're
would-
touching you? What
I'll
if
slap
another
them.
woman is touching?
Ring that bell.
I agree.
Because a
Wow.
touch is different than a hug hello or even a hug goodbye. It's a conversational touch.
Yeah, but this conversation, sometimes you meet somebody for the first time and they get all excited and all of a sudden and that's one thing. The other thing I learned is people that are holistic.
Yeah.
You know holistic people come in here and they talk about the juju and the woo-woo and all that. They always touch, always.
Like a hand on the shoulder.
They're like all over you like a magnet.
Oh my God.
You walk
Only
out of
women that want you
here
to
one
carry
legged.
them out like
Yesterday, Alicia.
Yeah.
We don't name names.
Her.
We don't put names, you moron. That's it. Story time over. What's the matter with you? But that's true. They hang all over him.
She
like,
loves you. They all love you,
I
Bax.
love her. I love her very much.
Of course you love her. Give me some more.
Oh my God, dude.
He wants the hugs.
No, that's not true either.
I'm a
Because
hugger.
all this guy.
Now, what if it's a guy? The same thing.
I love the guy. I got no problem hugging the guy. One of my best friends. He's my roommate. Every time we see each other after a while, we hug each other.
What about Sage? If Sage came in, would you like be hugging Sage and carrying him around? Josh, I know you love Josh, but Sage is a new friend.
That wasn't the question.
Look at Josh. He's like, get away.
You created this monster.
monster.
First of all, you stop hugging guys. That's the first.
There's nothing
Stop
wrong.
hugging guys.
Okay.
The problem with you is that you go over the deep end.
Okay.
Here it comes.
I am about to drop some knowledge.
Dropped it
Or you're going to drop it already.
There is nothing.
Let me raise my shoes. Do you want to tell us? You want to tell us your secret?
I'll take you out to the parking lot and knock your freaking teeth out.
But you wouldn't do that. What kind of hugging is that?
No, like
You just said you were hugging. Now you take his teeth out. What are you, a dentist?
yes, I'm a dentist. I'll take out his cavity. But like, I'm gonna drop some knowledge. There's nothing wrong, nothing, with two guys giving each other a hug. There's nothing wrong with that.
Right.
With
No, that's
showing
true. But in
some
a
brotherly
conversation,
love.
but in a conversation, if a guy comes up to you and he's touching you and go back, I love that idea. That's a really great
No,
idea.
no.
When are we gonna?
No,
Okay,
no,
see,
no.
that's
that?
different.
That's
then
my
he's moving
conversation.
down my arm. Which,
Yes.
Then I give him the 1-2 knuckle sandwich.
It's not the hug; it's the conversational, continuous
Yeah.
touch.
Like I got no problem.
Touching people without them wanting to be touched. There's that.
There's that
Consent.
thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
No means
It's
no.
just
Back
I'm
to
a hugger.
basics.
Yeah,
I'm
but
a
some
hugger,
people,
but
some
I'm
people,
not-
they'll
Isn't that a
stand.
song?
They'll stand in your bubble. You ever have anybody stand
Stand
stand in your bubble,
my bubble.
and they stand, and then you take a step back, and they get even closer?
Didn't Michael
So-
Jackson have a song like that?
I don't know. Michael had a lot of people touching, but that ain't the point. The problem is, I'm gonna leave that alone. But the problem is that sometimes you have to. There's something called
Made
kinetic
you
energy.
nervous? Like he went. He's like, "Ugh."
No, in baseball, you ever notice a guy strikes out and they always tap you in the back of the leg? They used to smack you in the butt, but that became too taboo. You're not allowed to do that butt thing anymore.
The butt thing?
So you got to either touch them in the back or in the back of the leg.
But there's a news broadcaster who I watch on one of our local, and she's always touching her co-host.
Yeah, that's because they
But
putting
I don't
hide the
see.
salami.
I don't know about that. I don't think so. So I'm like, that's an interesting thing. I don't see that often.
Yeah, sometimes when you work with people a long time, it happens naturally. That doesn't bother me. What bothers me is when people come in
Want to meet you?
and I just met them for the first time, and I can't,
Motherfication.
and I can't get any further to the fingertips because they're doing all of this and this.
I know. I know. Sally gave me a whole cleaning kit. I can like clean and my energies and everything.
And I noticed that if you smell delicious, they will touch you more. So, and you, let me tell you something. Always smell delicious.
I do.
No, not one time, not 2 times, a few
One
times.
time you came to smell like a wet dog.
You see, if you smell like a wet dog, ain't nobody gonna touch you at all. Cause sniff, sniff, and shoot, bang,
Veronica, does
bang.
he smell good today?
Bang, bang.
You never heard that?
Maybe.
What she
I
say?
can't smell it.
She can't smell him today.
Does he smell?
No.
Cause she just woke up. Oh, I have the access you gave me. In
No,
case of emergency,
no.
I'll put it all over
Gave
you.
me hives
I put it all
under
over
my
you.
underarms. It was so painful.
You have to come smelling good, or you get the axe.
I just
Are you cooking today?
It depends on if the co-host.
Is she coming today?
She's coming after class. She had to take a class this morning, which I don't know why she didn't tell you that yesterday, but it's between you and her.
That's all right. It's all good.
It
All
was like, okay.
right, you ready to wrap this up?
No.
Oh,
Why? It's 10:30.
So we got the DMV. Did you get the story over there?
The canoe,
And you got the story over here?
the alligator.
And the story over here?
She couldn't come up with one.
You got one now?
No. I don't know, honestly.
And Baxter was walking around the lake in Spanish River Library.
yeah, but like, I remember.
No, that's it.
And yours was the airboat ride with
And
Mimi.
what's yours?
I killed an iguana.
You ran it over with your car?
Yeah.
Wait, no, I need to hear the story. How did you kill an iguana?
I
ran it
was
over.
driving and I went to swerve around the iguana that was heading that way, and the iguana's brain told it, "No, let me run under a car," and it went zoop under my car and was like right over it.
I tried to kill them on purpose. I speed up.
I don't.
And I
don't. it
miss
was
all
like,
the time.
good.
I miss all the time.
There's a group of people at Lake Clark Shores. They go on the waters and they literally just go out to hunt
Oh yeah.
the
Iguanas?
iguanas with assault.
Did you tell me someone eats them?
airsoft.
They eat
Yeah.
them.
Was there soul rifles?
No,
I guess it's like eating alligator.
I was taught that if you're on your roof,
delicious.
you go to Home Depot for
Right on.
$50, you get a cage, you catch them, and then you put the BB gun to their head, and then you wrap them up in a black bag, and you throw it out.
Yeah,
There's nothing
so
wrong with
many
it.
people I've heard of in college have BB guns and they keep shooting the iguanas around. And I'm like, oh.
Tell them I'll give them $10.
$10.
I'll give them $10 to come to my house and shoot all the iguanas. Those things destroy your roof. They're horrible.
But like, we need iguanas though.
What?
It's
No,
an
they're
ecosystem.
They're native.
They're not even from here.
Or invasive.
And this is like what's the name of the snake? The long python.
Python, yeah.
So I knew a girl named Cynthia, and she goes down. She's a cyclist, and they go to the Everglades, and they're in there, and there's all these gators, and they dare to ride the bike through the gators, and she did it. And then at the other side, when she rode, she's laughing at them, and she was surrounded by pythons. She was so paranoid that she froze. The guy had to run and says, "Come on, we gotta run." And she was like that. She couldn't move. She said she's never saw anything so big in her life. On trees, on the ground.
Oh my God. And Josh likes that. Oh my God.
You like a python? I'm gonna drop you in the middle of the glades.
He's like
in
totally
Survivor.
Steve Irwin.
Why didn't you go off a Survivor?
Naked and
Survivor.
Afraid?
You should do that.
We knew someone who tried out for that, right? Didn't
He made it. He lasted 2 days.
God.
I always did want a pet snake though. My mom does not.
I'll take you to the Everglades. You can have all the pet snakes you want. You may become their pet.
You know,
They're
fair
huge.
trade, fair trade.
They're huge.
Snakes.
You have
in
snakes
my
at your
front,
house?
Like porch all the time, and my dad couldn't kill them, so my mom had to go out there and kill them with a shovel.
Was your mom in the military?
My mom's just like, she's like that.
Is she use a Smith & Wesson? I mean, what is she, a cowgirl or what?
I don't know. She was one of 8 children, so she had like older brothers beating her up. And
You
stuff.
see that?
And she lived on a farm for a bit and would like do crazy
We
stuff.
should rent a bus and go up to her parents' house. I think it'd be so cool.
My dad would hate that.
Why? Well, I don't want to.
He does not like being around a lot of people.
We'll bring Baxton, he'll cook. We can have our own traveling chef on
We
our
put
bus.
Baxton in the front of that.
Imagine having our
The
own
bus.
bus and Baxton's our
Little
chef
teddy
that
bear
cooks with us.
Yeah, but like honestly, I can cook. The other day.
Honestly.
Sisters, what?
You can cook.
Yeah, I can cook.
That's why you would be the cafe chef.
Yeah, like the other day.
Is
I
that
made
honestly?
Steak with red wine truffle jus. And
I had steak
the
the other day
lady
with Rick.
me in my coffin and put me to rest.
Well, I got
When I am in, if I ever get put into jail for
You definitely need your red wine.
Indecent
red wine
exposure at the
too.
public library, yeah.
indecent exposure.
At the public library.
No, it's just a misunderstanding.
Listen, you can always have steak with Kool-Aid and call it Kool-Aid Rouge.
Kool-Aid? Did you just say steak and Kool-Aid?
Yeah.
I made a company for you, Baxton. You're going to love it. They import from 50 different importers between Greece and Italy. There's balsamic vinaigrette, there's balsamic vinegar, there's oils, there's truffles. I'm going to get you the name. They're actually imported, and they're based out of Boca, but they import
Sounds
from
expensive.
Italy and Greece. Sounds expensive?
Yes.
It
What would
is.
you like to cook? $30 for a bottle
This
of
guy
like white
expensive.
balsamic.
He spends $100 on a show feeding whoever her name was, and he finds that expensive.
We're going to wrap this up. Have a great morning, everyone. Stay safe. Be kind to each other. We've got Helen Archer coming in today, Jennifer Afromsky, and I think we've got another guest, and a nurse practitioner. More to come midday. We'll see you in a little bit.
Don't be late. Thank you for listening to the Brooklyn Cafe Morning Show. My mug is empty, and you know what that means.
I think it means it's time for a coffee refill.
As we prepare for other shows here at the Amp Media Production Studios.
Tune in for more fun and laughs at 12 o'clock for our afternoon show.
And remember to like, follow, and subscribe on our page.
Have a great morning, everyone. Stay safe and be kind to each other.
And don't be late.